Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Blair and today we have a very exciting video. It is a full face of e.l.f. makeup. I was inspired because I wanted to order the new Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette and I decided to just go ahead and pick up enough stuff to do a full face, and this is the look I came up with. So if you're interested in a full face of e.l.f. makeup, please keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I'm going to take these little hair clips, pull my hair back so it doesn't get in my face. But I ordered a ton of e.l.f. makeup. So, like I said, we're going to do a full face of e.l.f. products today. And starting out with primer, I actually have two that I'm going to use. I ordered the e.l.f. Primer Glow Oil. I think this is new. It came out with their new Retro Paradise collection. And I also have the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. And actually, I've had this for quite a while, but I've never used it. I guess I'll go in with the oil first. So this, like I said, is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Primer Glow Oil. It says use fingertips to apply 2 to 3 drops onto clean skin. And just take. Also says you can mix this with your foundation if you want more of a glowy looking foundation. Ooh, so it's kind of a dry feeling oil, actually. It does have a scent to it. It's not like crazy scented, but it's definitely there. It smells very tropical. Yeah, it's not a very greasy feeling oil, as weird as that sounds. It feels like a dry oil. Like it gives your skin a little bit of slip, but it's definitely not a greasy feeling oil. Which is nice because sometimes, I know especially if you have oily skin, you stay away from oils a lot of the time, period, but you definitely don't want anything too greasy. And this feels pretty nice. Okay, so that oil has pretty much, I think, soaked into my skin. I don't really feel anything. I also don't see a whole lot of glow. Maybe it's just me, but maybe I didn't use enough, but it said to use 2 or 3 drops. I don't know. I'm not seeing a whole lot of glow though. Now we're going to use the Luminous Putty Primer. And I have tried the original Putty Primer before. And I like it. It's not something that I use all the time, to be honest. It's okay, but it's not like a holy grail product for me or anything. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to focus this right in the center of my face. I'm not using a whole lot of this. One thing I have learned with the original Putty Primer is a little bit goes a long way. You don't need to use a lot. So this does have the same texture, I would say, as the original, but it's not, it's a little more hydrating feeling. Like it has a little bit more of a slip to it than the Putty Primer, you know, has that very dry putty consistency. Whereas this does have the putty feel, but it's not as dry feeling as the original. Yeah, I kind of like the Luminous Putty, actually. It's pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to let that kind of sink in as well, and then I'll be back. I did go ahead and correct my under eyes because that is the one product I didn't buy. I don't know why I didn't get a color corrector when I ordered this stuff from e.l.f., but I didn't. So I went ahead and did that off camera. And now we're going to move on to concealer. And these concealers I already had from e.l.f. That's the original 16-hour Camo concealer and the new hydrating one. I've tried these a few months ago and I've used them a few times. Still not sure how I really feel about it, so I figured I would use them again today. I have the shade Light Sand in both, but like other people have been saying, it is definitely true that these colors are not the same. Like I have Light Sand in both and they're not the same color. The original to me is definitely lighter than Light Sand in the hydrating version. So I'm not sure why that is. I'm gonna apply just a little bit of the hydrating one. And then since I have it, I'm gonna use just the tiniest bit of the original. Now I'm just gonna blend it in with my Wet n Wild sponge. And actually, I was just sitting here thinking I should have ordered an e.l.f. sponge. I don't know why I didn't. I've never tried any of the e.l.f. beauty sponges before. And like I said, I tried this a few months ago. I could never decide like how I felt about it. I definitely think the Camo is drier than the hydrating one, which is what you would think. But I don't know that the new hydrating one is like super, super hydrating, but I've only used it a few times, so that's why I wanted to try it again today. So that looks pretty nice, actually. Yeah, maybe I need to start mixing the two. I'm pretty sure I've never done that. But actually right now, it does not look dry under my eyes yet. But you know, sometimes concealer looks okay when you first put it on, but then it starts to go downhill. But as of right now, it looks pretty decent. So I am excited about that. We'll see how it looks as we continue on. So now I am so excited about this. Well, first of all, look how cute this box is from e.l.f. It's this really pretty peachy pink box. I just loved it. It made me smile when I opened my door and it was sitting there. I got a foundation from e.l.f. I've never tried their foundation. I got the Flawless Finish foundation in the shade Shell. And I ordered all this stuff, so I could not see it in person. So hopefully this foundation color is going to work. I did swatch it earlier and it looked like it was going to be okay. So this is a really nice little foundation bottle for the price. I think this is $6. I'll put the price up on the screen. I haven't seen too many people talking about this, but I'm very curious about it. I'm going to start with that, and I still have more left on my hand. I'm not sure what kind of coverage this is supposed to give. I want to say it was medium, but I could be wrong. So it seems like it's going to be thicker when you pump it out, but then as you blend it in, it's actually pretty thin. I think this is supposed to be, where did I see that? Oil-free or something. Oil-free satin finish. This foundation actually has a little bit of a smell also, but I'm not sure what it is. It kind of smells like baby powder. Is that weird? I don't know if it's supposed to, but yeah, it kind of smells like baby powder. So this color is pretty good. I think I could probably go up like one shade. Maybe it's a tad bit light, but it's a pretty good match considering I couldn't even see it in person. So it looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, looks very good. I'm going to take just a little bit more. I don't even think I'm going to use everything that's on my hand. Bring some down my neck. And I'm using my Smashbox Full Coverage Foundation brush. This actually looks really good, guys. Are you freaking kidding me? This is $6, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up on the screen. I will also say it's definitely buildable, because when I went over my face the first time and then I took a little bit more and went over like the cheek area, it definitely did build up the coverage right in here, which I always look for in foundation. But, oh, I mean, this looks very natural. It does not look makeup-y at all. Oh, wow. Okay, so first impression is I am very impressed by this. And actually, so far, the concealer looks good. So, I'm excited about this. I love when I try new stuff and you put it on. You know that feeling when you put something on that you never tried before and immediately you get like this sense of like, oh my gosh, that's how I feel right now. So, yes, I'm super excited about this. I did get a powder as well, and I'm not sure if this is new from e.l.f. or not, but I saw pretty good reviews of this, so I decided to try it. It's the Sheer Tint Finishing Powder, and it's in the shade Fair Light. I was saying in another one of my videos, I have been having a hard time, it's in pretty packaging, finding a drugstore powder that I really like. So this one comes with a little mirror, and it does come with a little sponge applicator. So I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush and I'm going to lightly dust this. So they call this a finishing powder, so I guess it's more so to finish and not so much of a setting powder. But I don't love powder anyway, like heavy powder all over my face. So actually, I like this because it's not, like I don't see the powder on my face. I hate that. I do not like it when you look like you've got a bunch of powder caked all over your face. I can't stand that look, but this looks pretty nice actually. Yeah, so I'll have to keep you guys updated. I'm going to keep using this, but I've been on the hunt for a good drugstore powder, so that one is promising. Moving on, I did get the e.l.f. Primer-Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. Never tried any bronzers from e.l.f. Actually, I haven't tried too many products from e.l.f. in general. I've tried the bite-sized palettes, which I love. I've tried the concealer before. I've tried the original Putty primer, and I have an e.l.f. lip gloss that I really like, but I haven't tried too much from them. Okay, so here is the bronzer. This is the shade Forever Sunkissed. I believe there were 3 shades of the bronzer. I can't remember if this was the lighter one or the medium shade, but it looks nice, like a very neutral bronze, which is what I personally like on myself. So there's no shimmer in this, I don't believe, no. No shimmer, but this is nice. The texture of this kind of reminds me of my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer that I love so much. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's nice too. And bring some down my neck. I really like to watch these full face tutorials. I just think it's so fun to see multiple products from a brand and how they work together. So I really want to do more of these. It's obviously a little bit easier for me to do the less expensive brands, just because, you know, you have to accumulate enough products to be able to do a full face. But I really love these videos. So if you guys like them, let me know, because there's a few more brands I would really like to do a full face of at some point. So let me know if you guys like these. Videos. Okay, this looks really nice too. Ooh. So it's not a super intense, like really, really intense bronzer. It's more of a neutral, just kind of a natural bronze. But I like it. And I believe, like I said, this came in 2 other shades. And I want to say this was the lightest one. So I probably could have even gone up to the medium one. But I really like this. For a blush, I got the Primer-Infused blush in the shade Always Punchy. This, I was noticing, these blushes on e.l.f.'s website had the, I think it was the Allure Beauty Award for blush. So I'm excited to try this. They had a bunch of really pretty colors in these. I had a hard time picking the color on this. But this, again, is the shade Always Punchy. So it's just a really beautiful pink. Kind of a corally pink, I guess. Ooh. This blush, interestingly enough, has a good bit of kickback. Ooh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna stop now because I don't want to go overboard, but ooh, that is pretty. Oh my. This color, Always Punchy, so good. This kind of reminds me of NARS Orgasm a little bit, but it doesn't have the shimmery aspect that that one does, but oh my goodness, that is pretty. I can see why this would win the Allure Beauty Award. That's so nice. Oh my gosh, I love it. So excited about these. Okay, moving on. I'm going to fill in my brows. This is a favorite I've had for a while. It's the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I got this a while ago from a recommendation from Mandy Lee here on YouTube. And I really do like this brow pencil. It's very nice. I used the shade Neutral Brown in this pencil. Like I said before with these brow pencils, is they have a little bit of a thicker point to them, so you're not going to get, if you're really into the super precise looking eyebrow, this is going to be a little difficult to do or to use for that, but just for every day, just to lightly fill things in, this is really nice. And I believe this is $3, which is awesome. I'm going to use a little bit of the Camo concealer as my eye primer because I don't have, I should have ordered the Putty eye primer, but I didn't think about it. But that's okay. We'll just use the Camo concealer. So this eyeshadow palette is the reason I filmed this video. I saw this palette on Instagram and I decided I wanted to try it and I would just do a full face of e.l.f. So I got the new Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. They came out with a whole collection. These were, I guess, designed by beauty influencers. They won, I believe e.l.f. does the e.l.f. Beautyscape, I want to say, and it's a big contest, and then the winners get to collab and create products with e.l.f., and this was that collection. So I got a bunch of things. I got the palette, I got one of the liquid eyeshadows, I got, let's see, a highlighter, two lip glosses, and a lip kit too. So we're going to use a bunch of those today, but we're going to start out with the eyes first. And here is what the palette looks like. The only e.l.f. shadows I've ever tried are the mini bite-size palettes. I've never tried one of their bigger palettes before. So I am first going to go in with this shade here, which is called Canvas. It's just a bone colored shadow. And I'm just going to set the concealer. Okay, so not a lot of kickback from that shade, and I don't seem to be getting any fallout so far, so that's good. The shadow feels pretty good. It does remind me of the e.l.f. The bite-size palettes. So let's see, what do I want to use? There's so many colors in here. I should probably go for something out of my comfort zone, but probably won't. So I'm going to go into this matte peachy shade called Fuego right here. I have a peach t-shirt on, so I feel like this would match really well. And I'm using this with a BH Cosmetics number 7 brush. I'm gonna put this in the crease. So that shade is pretty. It's very light. I didn't go in with a ton, so that could be partially why, but it is like that cream shade, very silky feeling. I'm gonna add a little bit more to build up that color a little bit. Okay, that color is pretty. I like that. And it did build up, so it's not like, it's a good transition shade. It's not like you're gonna have trouble blending it out or going in too harshly with it. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade. It's called Dijon. It's kind of a mustardy color. And I'm gonna take that with this little BH Cosmetics number 8 brush. And I'm gonna add a little bit of this to the outer corner here. Okay, so that shade is pretty. It's not super pigmented off the bat. I'm not sure what my plan is, to be honest, for this eye look. I'm just kind of going with it. I'm not sure why, but when I saw the picture of this palette, I just was drawn to it. I'm typically like that with my eyeshadow palettes. I usually know pretty immediately if I'm going to be really interested in something or not. And for this, for whatever reason, I was very, very interested in it. Now I'm going to go into this milk chocolate shade called Sandy Bum right here. And I'm using that same little BH Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to add this right over top of where we put that Dijon shade. So that shade is nice. It's not super dark though. It's definitely a more of a milky kind of brown. but it does build up. Like, as you can see, it gets a little bit darker. I will say they're blending pretty easily. Like, they're not, I don't know, maybe that e.l.f. concealer is a really good eye primer, but they do seem to be kind of blending out pretty easily, which is nice. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop there. So that color, like I said, it's very pretty. It's not super, super dark and chocolatey though, but there is another color down here called Cacao that looks to be an even darker brown. So we might use a little bit of that in a second, but now I want to use some of these shimmers. So I can't decide if I want to use Rise and Shine or Fortuna, which is up here. Fortuna, I don't know how you say it. This one's a little more golden, this one's a little more pinky. I think I'm going to use Rise and Shine first, which is the more yellow toned one. And I'm going to use my finger for this. And I'm going to pop that kind of on the outer portion of my lid over to where we place that chocolate brown. Ooh, that is really pretty though. I get a little bit more. Pack this shade on here. Ooh, that is super, super pretty. It looks good with those other colors too. Yeah, that shade is really pretty. Again, like always, I pretty much exclusively use shimmers like that with my finger. I just feel like that always looks better when I use my finger. I don't know why, but wow, that is very, very, very pretty. Okay, and then now I want to take, I think this shade. This looks very interesting to me. It's called Paraiso. I don't know how, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But I'm going to put that on the inner portion of my lid. I am going to take some of that shade on my finger. And I'm popping that right in the inner portion of my lid. Ooh, so that shade is pretty too. Wow. Yeah, this shade is really pretty. It looks wet almost. That is a very beautiful shade. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of the Dijon shade right here. And I'm gonna use the first brush that I used. And we're just gonna blend some more. Make sure everything is nice and seamless looking. Now I do want to take a little bit of the dark brown I was talking about earlier called Cacao. And I just want to darken this up just a tiny bit. I'm just taking another BH Cosmetics brush. This is number 12. I'm just going to add a little bit of this right in the outer portion, kind of flicking it up into the crease. But I'm just keeping it right here. I'm not dragging it anywhere really. I just want to darken up the outer portion just a little bit. Okay. And then I'll just take my big fluffy brush again and just go over that lightly. I'm just going to take a little bit of Dijon and Fuego again. So the peachy color and the mustardy color. And I'm just going to run a tiny bit of this on the bottom lash line. Wow, okay. So I'm very impressed with how this turned out. Oh, I love it. Wow. Moving on, one last thing I did want to show you. I don't know if I'm going to apply, actually maybe I will. I have one of these e.l.f. This is also part of the Retro Paradise collection. It's the Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow. And this one is the shade Disco Queen. And I'm not sure why I bought this. I was just intrigued by the photos, I guess. I wasn't going to use any of it, but I might use just a tiny bit. Yeah, like right in the inner portion of the lid. Very pretty. And then I'll just take my finger and kind of blend it in. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I mean, obviously not for every day, but it is pretty. Nice option to have. This little, reminds me of the Stila liquid shadows. I forget the name. But yeah, that looks really pretty actually. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And I did get an e.l.f. mascara to try. I got this one because this one, from what I could tell, got the best reviews. It's called the Keep Your Curl mascara. I usually like mascaras that have more of a curved wand, so I thought I might like this one. Okay, yeah, so it kind of reminds me of Benefit Roller Lash. Okay, so this is giving my eyelashes a lot of length. Look at that. Oh, so that looks really nice. Wow, I can't believe this many products in this video. It's just, but like, oh yeah, so this really reminds me of Benefit Roller Lash, which is probably my favorite mascara of all time. But I mean, look at that. Oh my gosh. No wonder this one got really good reviews on elf.com. Okay, this mascara looks really good. Wow, no wonder. It makes my lashes look really long. I mean, they are pretty long right now, but this mascara is making them look really, really long. Let me apply a little bit on. Let me apply a little bit on my bottom lashes. Okay. So there is the mascara. Okay, so this is definitely going to be something else that I continue to use a lot. This is really nice. I don't know how it does throughout the day, if it like flakes or smudges or anything, obviously, because I've never tried it before, but my lashes look really good right now. So this is a winner so far. Last but not least, we're doing the lips, and I got several lip products from this Retro Paradise collection. I got the Line and Shine lip kit, so it comes with 4 lip liners and a lip gloss, and then I got 2 of the Dream On lip glosses. So the lip kit has 4 lip liners, like I said. Okay, so here's the 3 lip liners. Here's the lip gloss that you get. Oh, see, let me see if I can swatch these lip liners for you. So they look to be kind of contoury shades. So this is the lightest one, which that one should work for me. Kind of a nudie pink. Then there's this one, which is kind of more of a brown. And then this next one is really, really dark. So this, I'm swatching these with my left hand, so swatches are not good. Okay, so there's the dark one, the middle one, and the light one. That I definitely could not use on my lips, but I could use it as eyeliner or something. And then they did include this fun pink one, which I probably would not use, but kind of a fun option to have. It's a bright fuchsia pink. They are very creamy, just based on swatching them on my hand. So I'm first gonna go in with the lightest lip pencil. Does this have a name? Nude number 1. And then, yeah, okay. So nude number 1 is what I'm using. Ooh. So this is a really good shade for my natural lip color. Okay, yeah, these are very nice and creamy. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty color. Ooh, yeah, I like that color. So they are very, very creamy. So that's good. I typically prefer creamy lip liners. I know people say they don't last as long, but I would rather them be creamy, to be honest, than dry. Now I'm going to take I just want to try a little bit of nude number 2. I think okay, so that color does work for me actually. I would probably just have to mix it with nude number 1. But that one's just got a lot more brown to it. So if you want to like contour your lips, this would probably be a good one. Alright, so I have both lip glosses here. I have Strawberry Daiquiri and Tropical Fruit Punch. So I'm thinking Strawberry Daiquiri is probably going to look better with this lip liner, but we will see. So it looks like it has some shimmer in it. It does. Okay, so yeah, that Strawberry Daiquiri matches that lip combo perfectly. These smell kind of like that primer oil smelled. They smell kind of like mangoes. Very thin lip gloss though, kind of like an oily lip gloss, which I love personally. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the gloss that came in the lip kit. And pop that right in the center of my lips. Very glossy and pretty, but that is my favorite kind of lip. One last thing I'm excited to try from e.l.f. is the Glow Dewy Mist. And this is supposed to have coconut and argan oil in it. And it's supposed to hydrate and boost skin glow, which I am all about. Let's ooh. Okay, it smells very coconutty. Okay, so it had a pretty fine mister, but not super, super fine. It smells nice. And that is it. And here is the final look. You guys, I am so impressed with this makeup. Like, I am kind of shocked right now, to be honest. It looks really, really nice. To keep it very short and brief, I like pretty much everything that I tried. I'm not 100% sold on the glow oil. I just didn't see a huge benefit, really. I didn't notice a ton of glow, and it does have the fragrance in it, which I don't love. So I'm not sure I would say you need to go out and get that. The foundation is good. It is good. It looks so nice. I am not kidding. It looks so skin-like and natural, and I cannot wait to continue using this. So I am very impressed. Even the concealer that I was kind of on the fence about in the past looks really nice, and I didn't even set it. I'm also really excited about the sheer tinted powder. Again, doesn't look like powder on my skin, which I love. The blush and the bronzer, I mean, so pretty. I love it. The mascara and the eyes, hopefully you can see. It's really nice though, guys. I mean, to me, the shadows remind me of the e.l.f. mini bite-size palettes, which I was very curious to see if they would. But I love this. I love the mascara. The setting mist I'm not quite sure about. I have a lot of mist that I like better than this one, just based on my first impression. The lip combo, really nice. The lip liners and the lip kit, super creamy. I'm really excited about these things. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what I should do a full face of next. Which brand do you want to see? Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and I'll see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.